YouTube, it's your girl Grace. I'm back with another video. I'm here with
Rudy Jackson
and
The Big King Show, Sincere Show.
The Big King Show. And today we're about to give you the inside scoop on the entertainment industry. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We about to jump right into it, guys. Let's get started.
Let's get it.
All right. So, Sincere, we have a couple questions to ask you. First one is just, what did you originally move to Los Angeles to do? Like, what was your original intention?
So I was on tour. Mm-hmm. I sang. I was a singer. Just came through here. I think it was like Grammy weekend, 2008, 2007 or something like that. I was like 18 years old, wet behind the ears. And I thought I was going to be the next big R&B superstar. That was my plan. I said, I'm coming to LA. These people gonna know what's going on. I'm gonna be the biggest of all time. So yeah, just like everybody else that come here with a dream, I had a dream of becoming an R&B sensation. You know what I mean?
I love that.
What was the biggest difference between the culture in Chicago and the culture in LA when you came here?
Oh man, you know, Chicago is a very dangerous place to grow up in. I mean, even to this day, it's super segregated too. I think the biggest thing for me was the segregation. Like in Chicago, you know, over here is where the white people at, Hispanics over here, and the blacks are, we kind of more in the cities. And then here was just like a gumbo of different people, different cultures. Definitely, like Chicago's super conservative too, although it's a democratic state. The people are very much so conservative about family values and things of that nature. And here it was just like a cesspool of indecency.
One word for
so,
it.
yeah.
And then what was it like being on Love and Hip Hop in 2014 with like Ray J and Soulja and all them?
It was cool. It was by accident. It wasn't like something I intended on doing. I just was so lit at that time and space, man. I just had man, I was the hottest nigga in the city just when it came to nightlife and just the associations, the people that I was around. Mm-hmm. And when they brought the franchise here, I already had a relationship with Mona Scott Young through her and Nicki Minaj. They had this like little wine or Moscato that they was promoting, and I would do events with them sometimes. So when Mona brought the franchise to LA and she was meeting with everyone, the Ray J's, I think The Game, Tank, it was a lot of people at that time that they wanted on there. My name just kept coming up, like, you know, who's the person in LA that's like could connect everybody, that knows everybody, and it was like Sincere. So Mona asked me to do like a on-camera interview that they were doing at the time. They actually was using my dance studio. I owned a dance studio at that time, and they was doing it there. And I mean, I lit the camera up, you know what I mean? And she was like, Sincere, this is how Mona talk. Sincere, you'll be great for the show. You should do it. And I was like, I don't want to be on no reality TV. It seemed like a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But then when I looked at just like where I was in my life and my career, you know, 2014, I was fucking 24. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean? So went ahead and did it. And it definitely upped my stock as far as the way people view me, you know, being able to command the type of money I wanted in the space I was in at the time. It made me more of a celebrity, at least in the black community, the hip hop community. So I mean, I was able to use that leverage to level up. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And where did the transition come in from wanting to be an R&B star to more nightlife type of stuff?
Oh, I was broke.
Okay.
We love the honesty.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no big revelation.
You're like, I gotta do something to get some money.
I
gotta find a way to get this money by tomorrow.
Yeah, I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Broke as a joke. It was not funny. Mm-hmm. I was living in my car. I was a fraud. You know what I mean? And you know, prior to being broke, I was living in a mansion and driving a Lamborghini and making all this money and running around with all these people. And then shit just kind of came fast and I was fucked up. The person that I came to LA with, he moved to Miami. I was just in my car, all my fucking clothes in my car. And I used to, man, I've told this story before, but I used to go to the club because I knew promoters and stuff. And I would literally like just invite girls to see who house I could end up at that night, so I could take a shower and change clothes, because it's like a crazy thing when you go from having the perception was like I had all this money and success around the people I was around to like living in your car. You can't just outright tell somebody like, or you feel like you can't like
I need a place to stay.
Like I'm broke. Like, so now I'm trying to like juggle these different women to try to like, okay, I can stay at her house on Monday. You know what I'm saying? I can stay at her house on Tuesday, you know, and then I had the 24-hour fitness gym membership. So I would go there and shower if I didn't have a place to stay that night. And I just knew a lot of girls. Like I always been good with women. So this guy, Willie Will, I would go to his parties and sit at his table and bring out a bunch of girls. And he just one day was like, yo, bro, like I'll pay you like to bring girls to the party, like $10 a head and shit. I'm like, oh, what? Like, you mean to tell me I could get paid for this? You know what I mean? So that's when I started throwing parties. And it was like one of them things where I think a lot of promoters do this today. Maybe not so more now, because I made it cool to be a promoter. It wasn't cool to be a promoter. I made it cool to be a promoter.
I was gonna say, you're the promoter of all promoters. Because
it wasn't a cool job. Like, you know, it was like one of them things like, well, actually, I'm an actor. I'm an actor, but I just throw parties on the side. Or I'm a model, but I throw, you know, it was like one of them things. And I'm just the type of person, like when I was 17, I used to work at Foot Locker. And like, nigga, I proudly wore my stripes.
Period.
You know what I mean? Like I would leave school early, put the shirt on before I left, like, yo, I'm going to work. You feel me? And just anything I ever put my effort and mind into, I just wanted to be the best at it. And I think initially I started out throwing parties, and it was one of them things where I was like, well, I'm actually a singer, but I just kind of do this on the side to make a few dollars. And then one day I was like, yo, nah, nigga, if I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna be the biggest, I'm gonna be the best. I'm not gonna downplay it. I'm not gonna make it, cause it was like, you're a promoter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even a thing that people thought you could even make the type of money that I made. But when you think about it, like fucking Live Nation is a promotion company. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a corporation. Like, so, but at the time, you know, we not thinking about it in a business format. And then when I shifted my mind to say, all right, if I'm gonna be a promoter, I'm gonna be the promoter. That's when I was able to like elevate myself to the next level.
That's what I was gonna say. So did that scenario, did the promoting stuff get you out of that place where you were living in your car? It helped you
for
get
sure. Yeah. So, okay, broke as a joke.
How old were you?
21.
Okay.
22, maybe 22. Definitely old enough to get in the club. Because prior to that, I was using my brother ID to get in shit when I first moved to Hollywood. And then, so what was the question again? I'm sorry.
I was saying, did you starting promoting that helped you get out of the
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, at first, it was like a situation where I was working for this guy and I was doing all the work, but he was getting all the admiration for it. You got to understand, at this point, when I first moved to LA, I moved to LA with a rapper who was big at the time. So I had already been in circles with the people at that time that was like the hottest nigga on earth at that time was like Pleasure P. Was huge. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, obviously. Trey Songz, like this is my peer group. These are the people, my age group of people. Sean Kingston was huge. He had all the money because he was like a pop act at that time. Jason Derulo wasn't even around yet, but he had like one song. But it was like the cool kids was like Pleasure P, fucking Chris, and Trey. You know, like it was just a handful of us that all kind of, you know, did a lot of the same thing. Drake wasn't even Drake yet. Which is how long ago this was, just so you can understand the landscape. And then I definitely like used all of those relationships and the fact that I knew girls to integrate into my parties to make money. This dude was like paying me crumbs. And let me tell y'all something, like I went and he didn't even have a car. I had this old ass BMW. We used to call it the Richard Porter because if you watch Paid in Full, Richard Porter had the old BMW. He came out, he's like, you got it was like the fly shit, but I had that car in 2012, you know what I mean? And I picked this dude up because he owed me like $300 or something. And he get in the car and I kind of just look at the envelope he had, and it was a check for $10,000. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so that's the money from the party you about to pay me? He like, yeah. I'm like, it's okay, $10,000, I'm getting $300. But I did all the work. I brought like 200 people. This not adding up. You know what I'm saying? I said, but this not adding up. It wasn't adding up. You know what I mean? The money, it didn't make sense to me. I say that's 0.3%. Yeah. That's about 0.3%. I'm the one doing all the work. It just, so I looked at the guy. I said, so you sure you don't want to give me half of that? And he like started coming to all these numbers. Well, I gotta pay he had to pay everybody and their mama. He like, I gotta pay the DJ, I gotta pay the. He started naming all these people. I say, well, you know what? I think I'm, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and take my talents to South Beach, and I'm gonna figure out how to do my own parties, because this just, the numbers, didn't make sense to me. Because literally that party, I remember specifically, I invented this thing called the walk up. Don't let anybody else take credit for your creations. Let me say that again. Don't let anybody ever take credit for your creations. Period. Including emails. I was about to say, I'm like, emails be doing the every time. Respectfully. He's not here to defend himself. Respectfully. When he comes, I wish he was here. Okay, I invented it. And I used to literally, okay, so at the time, this is a long story, but I was still doing music. Even when I first started promoting. I was working with No ID, who found Kanye and Big Sean and you name it, he's worked with everybody. He's one of the biggest producers of all time. And I was working with him at the time, and he was going to sign me. That's a whole nother story why it didn't happen. For music. As a singer, I had songs, they was crazy. It was like the way I seen it, it was like a big thing. It was like, okay, we're gonna drop Sincere and Big Sean, it's gonna be this thing. But the club that is now Nightingale used to be a club called Industry. I used to work at the recording studio like 2 blocks from there. And on Thursday nights, I was doing a party there. I would have 100 girls meet me 2 blocks away, and we would walk from the studio to there, and people couldn't believe it. They was like, how's this guy get on? Like, this is crazy. No,
it draws attention, and when you all come in together like that, like, it's like, who is that guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, every time, it's like,
no one knew me. He's like, a weirdo. Who is this skinny kid? I was skinny as shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm walking up with 100 girls, but I already was in the circle, so I had a cheat code. Let's say that. So all the baddest ones, you know, I'm around the niggas. Like, I was getting everybody number, and it was crazy because that was just like a talent of mine, even from when I was in Chicago. Like, I could just get numbers. Like, I don't know. I just made women feel like they could trust me, and boom, invented the walk up. Respectfully. And that was how I kind of like started to build my name and my brand. So back to the story, I just walked up to the club with 200 of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, and I'm getting paid $300. It's not adding up. No. So I quit, and I started doing, so in LA, if people that aren't from here, the clubs close at 2 a.m. After the club, we used to do a thing called after hours, which is technically illegal, but that's how I was able to make money.
We're at the club?
No, like, if we'll find someplace. It could be this place. You know, we'll turn it into after the club, come to and I was killing it because everybody used to come to my after hours. Like, fucking from Frank Ocean to, if you was hot, you know what I'm saying? If you was like, nigga, Charlamagne the God, Rihanna, like, everybody used to be in my after hours. Like, literally everyone has come to it was a shitty hole in the wall in North Hollywood, and everybody would come, and my name just was starting to buzz. Like, this nigga bringing everybody to this little fucking after party thing. Like, who is this guy? And I quit, and I started focusing on the after hours. It's like, I'm not about to work for you.
So how are you getting paid off of that? People had to pay to get in?
People pay to get in. Yeah. You know.
Out of all my 4 years living in LA, I have never seen Frank Ocean, and that's one person I've always wanted to see. I'm like, he's so elusive now.
A lot of these guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Wiz Khalifa used to be there, Snoop. Like, I mean, everybody would come to my shit. Mm-hmm. And I just became like a celebrity to the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And boom, I started making money. And niggas had to pay me to come back to Hollywood. I didn't care about it.
That's dope. How much did the like fake it till you make it mantra play into like you being in Hollywood and shit on your come up?
Oh man, yo, like nigga, I used to park my car 2 blocks away from. That's how the walk up even started, cause I would never pull up to the club. I'm in the bullshit car.
I'm gonna be around the corner,
right? Right. That's this place called Swarovski. Y'all remember that place? It's like they still around. They sell crystals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Swarovski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So man, I had my jewelry was all Swarovski. You know what I'm saying? Like
nobody has to know.
But I knew how to dress, and I definitely like. I won't say necessarily fake it, because you don't want to be a fake person, but you definitely have to project a certain level of confidence and just assuredness about yourself. Right? Because people could see weakness. I mean, there's sharks out here. You got to think about Hollywood, right? Just the sheer design of it is like the best of the best come here. The most beautiful women from whatever small town.
Or people who think they're that.
Or think they are. The most talented pianist or singer or like the best people come. This is the city of dreams and opportunities. So everybody think they're going to be something. So the competition is fierce. Right? Now, luckily, like I said, nobody even thought about promoting in the way I thought about it. So I had a mental advantage and just the people I knew. So I already kind of was designed for that job. You know what I'm saying? But my mind really was the advantage I had about how I thought about it. Like, yo, I'm going to take this shit to the next level. It wasn't a lot of rap parties going on in Hollywood at that time. I think it was like 2.
So what, the rest of them are like
EDM, white people integrated parties, open format. It was more like Las Vegas. It was a couple of like cool parties where you like Sunday night guys and dolls. It was like every black celebrity would be there, but it wasn't a lot. So it made the hip hop parties very much better. Like they were way 10 times better. And then I came in, I was like, yo, y'all don't play Gucci Mane here? Like, what's going on? I'm in the club and I'm like, nah, we got to throw a party where we could play trap music, because trap music was the shit. Like, I mean, it still is now, but at the time it was like, and they no clubs was playing that type of music, and I just knew like we got to push the envelope. We got to really make our parties our parties. For sure. So, you're welcome.
How did
Hollywood.
you go? How did you start like building your brand, like turning that into like the Sincere Show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, man, by 2014, I was already lit. Like I was the biggest promoter amongst Hollywood. Like the elites, people knew like if Sincere throwing a party, that's where you want to be. Obviously, I had competition, but we was killing those guys. I'm not gonna name names because I respect those guys. They still doing their thing, but like on a nightly basis, you know, once we start to. Because I was throwing parties with the Supreme team. So I must say that. Once we started throwing parties and doing deals, Adib would create deals with nightclubs that we weren't before able to get into because they wasn't allowing black promoters. Let me reiterate that. Adib was very instrumental in helping to open those doors for me to even be in those places. He... once we would do nights specifically on the nights that the other guys were doing nights. So if they had a Thursday, we had a Thursday. If they had a Tuesday, we had a Tuesday.
And we like to compete against them.
Oh yeah, we was killing those guys. Okay. They couldn't compete. Oh, okay. It was not even like, because before that they just had it's like they was the only ones doing it, so they was winning by default. But a lot of people felt like their parties wasn't really even like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, we got to make this shit kind of lit. At the time, I had developed a friendship with Rihanna, and she just loved partying at my parties. So I kind of like wasn't yet, because I MC and I wasn't on the mic yet. And I was like using that relationship to kind of like, if y'all want me to work with y'all, I gotta be on the mic, and I'm bringing Rihanna. You know what I mean? Like it was like, Rihanna's coming with me tonight, so she wants me on the mic, so I need to be on the mic. Like this was like, right? So boom, that's how I started to kind of build my brand. Once I started to be the guy on the mic, like I said, I was already popping. I was lit because people knew I was good at my job. Then once I started to be the guy on the mic, it made every party I was at look like I was the only one.
You're the host.
This is his party. So it went from like being a Supreme Team party to being a sincere show party because of just I've traveled the world and there's like nobody like me. And that's just that. I don't even know how to say that in a humble way, but there's nobody like me. There's not a DJ or MC in the entire earth.
But I think the people that like what I've noticed with the fake it till you make it thing, like you said, like it's not necessarily like you're pretending, but it's like even if you don't have the money or whatever yet, you know that you have it in you.
For sure.
And you're going to show that. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's not like, okay, I'm going to have all this stuff and I'm going to be able to afford all this stuff because I know that I have it in me more than anyone else in my field. And I'm going to make sure of that. You know
no, for sure. I talk to women about this, female friends of mine. Because everybody's just trying to make it, man. You know, like, sometimes I find myself being hard on people because it's like a parent almost where I'm just like, if you just listen, you could avoid a lot of the headache that I had to go through. But nobody just you got to make mistakes. You got to learn from it. You got to be, you know what I mean? But I be trying to say like, look, we could get past all that and you could be like way more successful than me way sooner. If you lock in, but people don't, I don't know. It's just something about turning like 25 is when you finally, I guess, you know, like feel like I'm getting old. Like I need to, like I need to train on my act. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But it's like when you talking to 21-year-olds, like nobody wants to hear that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't use the word fake it, but definitely projection, like is key. You know what I mean?
And having complete faith
and confidence, just confidence, you know, and stay focused, man. Like we're in the Renaissance right now. Everybody wants to do everything. Nobody got like one thing they want to be great at.
When I was 21, I just was kind of like, I just thought someone was just going to fall into my lap. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I thought like, I'm pretty good at multiple different things.
Because where you from?
I know people.
Where you from? Virginia, right? Probably was the most beautiful girl in the city,
and then
right?
You come here and it's like, okay, this is the most beautiful girls from all of those little places.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so I had that. I still have that confidence, but it's more like, okay, I'm not the only one, and it's not just like shit's just gonna.
Yeah, the playing field is different now. It's like it's one thing to be like top 5 girls in your high school. You know what I'm saying? Because what school did you go to? You know what I mean? But
exactly.
So then it's like. You come to Hollywood and you might be in your mind you still top 5, but to the general public it's like, well, this girl with the 10 million like every girl with 1 million or more followers comes first.
Right.
Every girl, so it's the hierarchy is this: if you're an actual celebrity, you're first.
Right.
If you're actually Kaylani or who, you know what I mean, like they're at the top, and then it's like 1 million or more followers is like the next tier. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like. She bad as fuck, but maybe she don't have no followers. Is like the 3rd tier. You know what I'm saying? And then the 4th tier is like she has followers, but she not even good looking, but she kind of lit.
She has some type of clout. For some reason.
Like clout, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's a weird like system, but it works. I mean, it's Hollywood. This place has been the way it's been for 100+ years. I think a lot of younger people, Gen Z. Now with these new ideas, like we're gonna show up to Hollywood, we're gonna break the whatever, and think that somebody gonna change something is like good luck.
I think it is a lot different in nowadays because it's all about TikTok and all that other shit, and it's like people, young kids and stuff, can move here and become famous and like quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then that is like, I love my story.
Yeah.
Like I love that I had to.
Yeah, the struggle.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love it because I don't have like this sense of entitlement or feeling like, oh shit just gonna come to me. Like I get up every day and get it.
Yeah.
Like
you wouldn't have that work ethic if you didn't have to do that.
When I first moved to LA, you know what the biggest shit was? MySpace. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even on your phone. Like that shit is done. Then it was Twitter. Twitter was done. Then it's Instagram. Instagram's done. Now it's TikTok. That shit's gonna be done. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, permanent. It's not. None of it is permanent. But you could get thinking like, oh, I have 10 billion. Like, Okay, but those girls, like the TikTok girls, like little fringe white girls, like they not in our world for real. They're in like their own little world. So I don't even consider them like part of even what I'm talking about.
Yeah, separate from like the industry.
Yeah, they're like separate. They're in like their own like TikTok world, which is like not a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's like.
It is a lot of people though.
But it's not. But it's not.
They're getting TV
though.
shows. They're getting movies. They're getting, you know.
It's like 3 of them that's doing that. It's not a lot of people that's like.
Yeah, but I think
you know,
to like anyone ages 18 and below, those are their like stars. You know what I'm saying?
I think that is. Let me say something.
I think he's trying to distinguish between fame and clout. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like that's like a.
But to us, it seems like those people are like, who cares, irrelevant. But I'm saying like to the
But this
younger
is what I'm saying.
generation,
If them kids like, let's be clear, Madison Beer or whoever these right. If she shows up to where I'm at, she just another girl.
Right.
Like it's not.
That's another part of the thing that's how you
Pandemonium
make
or
it
something
think.
like-
It's like
Yeah.
on TikTok, these kids are gonna see those TikTokers and think whatever. But I'm like, yeah, in real life, we don't think they're cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, they're worshipped by those kids, but those kids don't realize like, okay.
But these are kids that's gonna grow up and be like, I don't care about no fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even us, like we probably thought Will Smith was so it was like the nigga. Then you get to see like the veil has to get pulled back now. Like like yo, society is not gonna be able to sustain in the way in which it has been. Right. Like no one cares. People got real shit going on. Like niggas is dealing with depression and anxiety and real life is happening. Like
Exactly.
the GDP is through the roof. Like inflation is crazy. Niggas can't pay their bills. You can't get gas.
We ain't worried about
You
TikTok.
know what I mean? Like, and then even just the state of dating as a young man is like now the thing is just ghost a nigga. Like niggas ready to kill themselves. They can't even. You know what I mean? It's like no, really. Like these kids are dealing with a lot heavier type topics. What I wouldn't necessarily say that they're heavier, but they haven't even had the proper training to even navigate through this shit. Where we come from, my age group is like. Nigga, fuck you. You fell. You almost drowned in the pool, nigga. Your fault. Like you better learn to swim. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like now it's like you about to drown. There's 90 people. Like oh my god, like you almost drowned. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like we used to go to the pool by ourselves. Mm-hmm. I remember going to the pool when I was a kid. Me and my brothers and sisters. I bought a brand new pair of Reeboks. Reeboks was the shit back then. Reebok Classics. Took my shoes off. My shoes got stole, man. I had to walk home with no shoes. It was 110 degrees out. My feet burning. I got home like, yo, my mom, she like, you shouldn't have took it. You should, you know what I mean? Like,
were you supposed to swim with the
man, you shouldn't have. You better, you this shit different. Like we knew. Now it's like, the kids' shoes get the pool. The police there. Mob, the whole community come out. It's on social media. This kid shoes got took. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole thing. Like for some sneakers.
Yeah.
Like me, my brothers and sisters was laughing at me. Like yo, you got your fucking shoes took. You goofy as hell, boy. Yeah. But it taught me like, watch my shoes. You better watch your shoes, boy.
Nah, I get you.
Yeah,
so,
kids definitely don't get taught that. Like I don't know, anti-bullying and stuff is good, but it's also like when you get into real life, like bad shit is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you're so conditioned to be like, everyone's going to be nice to me. Everyone's going to be friends with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's not how. Yeah.
Everything is a problem. Like I can't talk to girls from. I can barely talk to. Everything's a problem. I start off conversations like, listen, what I'm about to say to you, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just giving advice. And then I go, because I find myself saying things that 5 years ago wasn't a problem.
Right. And the internet is super sensitive. Like
now it's like,
right.
Yeah.
How dare you? It's my body image or my. It's like a thing. Like, don't speak to me like that.
No,
so you just gotta learn and you grow and you navigate through. Now I have to navigate through a new terrain, right. And it's fine. It's some good parts about it, but some of it is just over the top. It's almost like how fast, like certain things that were acceptable 10 years ago are no longer acceptable. Fine. But how fast to the person like automatically. Like you supposed to just snap out of something you've been doing your whole life or taught a certain way. You just boom. Now you have to automatically, or it's like we don't get a chance to make mistakes. Like so y'all can make all the mistakes, but if now we don't get no opportunity to be like, oh, I had to learn certain things. Right. I'm relearning life. Exactly. Essentially, right? You've been used to it the whole time. Yeah.
You just briefly like brought up dating though. I want to speak on that really quickly because I seen your other podcast. You were like, you can't find love in Los Angeles. Can you like elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just you can find anything anywhere. I mean, of course, could you find some nice girl here? Yes, but I do think that in the industry that I'm in, because we're talking about the entertainment business, the environment is not necessarily conducive for relationships in a traditional sense. I think relationships are possible, but they have to be reimagined. I think relationships are possible, but they got to be reimagined for the time and space we're in right now. Mm-hmm. Because like you two, right? Beautiful girls. You guys got followers on Instagram. Every rich nigga on earth, right, is in your DM, is on you. If you want a girl who got some good looks to her, by the time she 18, she'd already been on out the country, maybe been on a PJ, maybe, you know what I'm saying, dated somebody of status and stature, got a nice bag out of a nigga too. You know what I mean? Like, she's 19, you talking about, yo, shorty, I'm about to take you to Mexico. She's like, nigga, I've been there twice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ma, you trying to get on this PJ? Like, I literally just was on one last week. You didn't see my Instagram. I just was, right? So it's like the standard, the level the entry level is like, buy me a bag. Like entry level of these young, beautiful women, because a lot of them are talented and smart, and you're like, man, I want the smart, pretty, super witty, you know what I'm saying? And she's already like, look, bro, entry level is a Chanel bag for this pussy. Like, it's not right. So it's just, so now it's just, everything has to be reimagined. And I feel like, I think that the younger women have had misinformation just about dating and just everything. So that a lot of girls are just coming with this mindset of something that's just unrealistic and impossible. And everybody think they're gonna be with Ja Morant. Like the best looking athlete, millionaire. Like, couple goals look. I'm the one with the fucking alarm.
Man. Oh, it's an alarm.
Yeah.
So basically, you're kind of saying that dating in LA is possible, like in the entertainment industry, but you have to be accepting of certain things. So, like, are you talking about polygamy, or what are you trying to speak on?
Well, me, I think my relationship design has to be open.
Okay.
Me.
So is that like you can see other women, but she has to be loyal, or
nah? She can do what she want to do.
Okay.
I think as the relationship grows, and this is the part I did want to elaborate. As the relationship grows, things have to change, obviously.
Right.
But you know, I'm just speaking about myself. I'm generally around a lot of women that are younger than me, maybe even 10 years younger than me. Right. I'm 34. I'm in nightlife. It's gonna be 21-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is a lot of younger women are more mature. They're very much more smarter. They have goals that they're trying to activate right now. And some of them don't really have time to play games. They like, yo, what's up? Like, what you trying to do? Because I don't have the time to play games. So it's like that's a good thing, right? Now, the issue is this. If I started to date a woman who's 24, 25 years old, I don't want to steal her youth from her. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell her, well, since I'm ready to be married and ready to be, you got to be doing this. Like, no, you should get to live your young life, because I sure the fuck live mine. So I would encourage her, like, yo, be 25, be 22, whatever this age is, be that age, right? And as it grows, as we get more serious throughout the years, the restrictions, they're going to change. Okay. So it might start out like, oh, if you got some other dudes you dealing with, I don't care. Let's just build with each other, get to know each other, learn who we are. And if we fall in love, cool. Okay, now we fell in love. We got to cut some things out.
Right.
Both of us. Maybe it's me who has to make adjustments. She's going to have to make adjustments. And then by the time we decide we want to be married to each other, then we have to make more adjustments.
That makes sense.
So would you tell these younger girls, like, so if they do want to date, you know, the biggest poppin' rich basketball player that's fine and has all those things together, would you tell them, like, you know, it's possible, but you're going to be one of many?
Yeah, I think dating is cool for sure, but I wouldn't recommend a 20-something-year-old even be taking relationships serious like that. Figure out who you are.
Right.
Figure out what you want out of life. If you happen to know at 24, cool, whatever. Go find your husband and settle down. But this is not the way it really. Doesn't happen. And two, the timeline in y'all head is fake. Because when I was 20, 25, I thought I was supposed to been rich, been this and that. But at 34 now, I feel better than ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm feeling the best. My mind works, and I actually have money to do the things I want to do. So, like, this is the best time to get busy. This is the best time to get them millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the best time to build in my 30s. I don't care about the shit I cared about when I was 25. I don't need to be at every party. I don't need to do that. If I'm not getting paid, I don't even be nowhere.
Yeah. But
You
do
know
you
what I
think
mean?
it would be impossible, like, to say, okay, you can go date one of these big celebrities and they're going to be loyal to you only? Like, you know what I mean? What you're saying, like, the younger girls think that they can go date the biggest, best person.
Yeah, I think maybe if you want to just be in a relationship with somebody that care about you, change your standards. Go get you a fireman.
I know. But listen, I used to, when I was younger, I did that, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just, like, you know, talk to regular guys, and maybe they'll treat me better.
But it doesn't work because the lifestyle is.
But regular guy, a firefighter, could cheat on you just as much as anybody
for
else.
sure. But I'm saying, like, the level of accessibility and time is different. You kind of know where a person should be and certain things. Like, you dating somebody with a limited amount of access to everything. A nigga could tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta go date in fucking Aruba. You know what I'm saying? Like, no post. Nobody posts nothing on my girl to know I'm in the room.
It's definitely
like,
easier to keep track of what a firefighter.
Yeah, like somebody is, a cop or something. Like, you could, get yourself a lawyer.
Yeah.
It's fake news media, right? All of it is fake. Of course, Sierra and Russell, it makes sense because Russell's a millionaire. He's a nice guy, but he got all this money. But Russell, without millions of dollars, does he get Sierra? I mean, I don't know. I doubt it, right? So it's like people be fake because I know for sure women who date a broke nigga, but he got that swag, he got that look, he a nigga. They like, I like him. He treat me like trash. You know what I mean? Like, y'all be like, cool, because he give you that essence that you want in a nigga, that you think you want, that you think is good. Women throughout time and history have been attracted to the bad guy. That's just facts. Like, we could try to. I want a nice guy.
No, I'm like Future and Russell Wilson, but I'm like, I feel like
who would you take? Future? If you had
I know, I'm like,
if you could make both of them do exactly what you want to do, who would you take?
But the thing that I feel like women like about people like Future is he's not going to do whatever you say, which is I don't want a guy that's going to do whatever I say. That's not what I want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a weird balancing act.
It is weird, and it's hard for us. It's confusing for us because it's like the people that I'm attracted to are the ones that might not be doing traditionally what is kind and nice for me, but it's like also I should value myself enough to have someone that does treat me kind and nice. So,
but then it's like
somewhere in between. It's great.
Yeah. We sit here and we like, and this is another thing. We like glorify certain things. We don't know. Russell Wilson could be the biggest cheater on earth.
Exactly. No, that's the biggest thing.
Sure.
I feel like a lot of that on this podcast is what we try to say is like, what you see is not, even us, we don't know anything about their relationship.
You know how many, so cause I'm the guy, you know how many married men we think the guys, we like, this is the guy. I'm not gonna look at Tiger. It gets sketchy. But look at Tiger Woods. Let's talk about things we know.
Yeah, it's open knowledge.
Tiger Woods, we could say has similarities to Russell Wilson. Like,
I just was thinking about that. I'm like, he seems like kind of like a dweeb. Not a dweeb, but
whatever
like
we want to call
square,
that.
I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely not from the streets.
Right, exactly.
He didn't grow up in an environment.
Doesn't seem like he would get a lot of bitches.
He doesn't come from a broken home. These are actually good things.
Yeah.
But we somehow make him like he's lame.
Weird.
Like, you know what I mean? But it's like these are good things. He grew up in a good unbroken family, great dad, pushed him to be the best he could be. He became the champion of the world. He probably ain't listening to fucking Future. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's into different things, right? Things that we may consider white things, right? And it's like, these are good things. There's nothing bad with this, but we put them in, we subjugate them to this, oh, he's a square, right? But this guy had all sorts of women,
right? That
he was being, unfaithful to his wife with. So I'm not putting that on Russell because once again, we don't know. But I'm saying and too, here's another thing. Someone may see my lifestyle and just from the sheer nature of how I present it, assume I'm gonna be a cheater. When it's actually the opposite. I'm actually the one who's too honest. Because to me, cheating is like the lie of it. It's not the act of doing something. It's like you had the lie. I'm not lying about shit. This what it is. What's up? And they don't want that either. It's like women want to be lied to. You know how many? how many? I'm talking about top of the line women. What we consider the top quality. Money, they own money. They get. If I just lied to them, if I just told them what they wanted to hear, if I just didn't post certain things on social media, I would have had the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you're too honest. Is what
I don't got time for that.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, if I would have lied about a lot of different things, I probably could have been somewhere else too. But I'm like, I can't even. It just sits in my subconscious. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? I have to say what it is.
Yeah, we got to keep it a buck. You know,
even if I lose a situation or I would lose a relationship over it, I'm like,
it is what it is because I'm relentless. Let me say this again, okay? I'm relentless about my mental health, relentless about my sanity, relentless about my comfort. If I'm uncomfortable, everyone's uncomfortable. So I'm not playing this game with any person on planet Earth.
What sign are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Me too. As soon as you said all that, I was like, that sounds exactly like me.
Like
I'm relentless about my comfort. And everyone's gonna feel it too. Like, and it's like I don't want everyone else to like feel like it's their problem, but it's like I can't hide that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What I'm feeling and what I need. If I'm unhappy, I'm uncomfortable. I can't just sit there and pretend like I'm not. And why would I? You know what I mean?
Why should you?
Yeah.
But people do it every day. They just go along to get along. Like I don't do that. If I'm not feeling the way, I'll ruin the whole room.
I knew you were a Pisces. I was like, he sounds just like me.
I walk in the room, the whole room shift if I feel like, but that
makes me feel bad sometimes too. I'm like, that's why I leave parties so early. Everybody in here knows I do this all the time. I just walk out and don't say bye to anyone because I'm like, I don't want to bring down everybody.
But guess what though? Rudy, you a boss. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, and I try to explain this to people because people try to like put their own like standards or what they think success or being a boss. Like, bro, this is why I know I'm a boss. If I'm in the room and it's not my room and I don't want to be there because I'm uncomfortable, I can leave.
Immediately.
Like you leave. If you in my space and you making me uncomfortable, guess what? I can have you removed. Get her out of here. Get him out of here. Right? So this is why I know I'm a boss. I don't have to be nowhere, do nothing I don't want to do. And there's no dollar amount that can make me do something I don't want to do or be somebody I don't want to be. Like, I've never been that way. Yeah. Even getting in Hollywood. It was a lot of games to be played. Will he play this game? I'm not playing no games. I'm going to create my own lane. They told, don't go over there. No one wants to go to that club. That's ratchet over there. Guess what? I make more money than y'all. People want to look cool. Well, we want to go over to the... Go ahead over there. No money, boys. Look at them boys. They look all nice and happy. $0. They over there to me. Oh, his party's a little too ratchet. All the money. Don't play with me. I'm going to get this cash.
Period.
You know what I mean? Like the paper, the dinero, fettuccine, however you want to say it.
I just seen your video.
I'm going to get the money. You know what I'm saying? And people sit back and want to do whatever you got to do. But guess who got the bread though? Guess who taking care of their family? Yeah. Guess who pay for their nieces and nephews when they need something? Guess who just buried their uncle because nobody had money? I had to pay for the funeral. Me, doing the ratchet parties. Stop it. Don't play with him, right? Yeah. People play these games, and I see, Hollywood is just a weird place. It's clout. Everything's about clout.
I was going to say, I feel like most people honestly and truly value the attention and the, what I'm saying?
More than the money.
More than the money. And it's like,
for sure.
Again, with the TikToker subject, it's like people think, oh, they're rich and they're probably living like 20 kids in one house.
For sure.
That's, sharing a bed or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And these girls that are on these vacations, like people think, oh, they're successful Instagram models and
But really, there's a guy paying for it.
Right. And they're.
It's always a guy paying for it.
No, but I'm like, people back home don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people in Idaho or whatever that are looking up to these influencers, it's like they're thinking, oh, they're a successful model, they're a successful TikToker, whatever. They're making this money.
People be forgetting like social media is just a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these people aren't showing what their real life.
Yeah,
they're showing what people want to see or what they.
But some of these girls can pay for their own shit.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So I wouldn't say I think it's smart if somebody gonna pay. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just know what you're going to. Like people be like fucking trying to lie to themselves. Like trying to obviously no one's obligated to do anything, but there is like a vibe of like, come with that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Just come with the vibe. Like, just come with the vibe. Be inviting, be comfortable. And it just be weird too sometimes, cause like women to be like comfortable. I know girls, because most of the people, if you look at a lot of my trips, it's like the same people with me. I don't really have a bunch of random people with me. It's actually people I know most of the time. Sometimes a girl might bring a friend or something that I don't know, this type of thing. But it's like, if girls will literally show up somewhere, they'd be like uncomfortable to be with a guy, but comfortable to get on a plane, a 20-hour flight to go. Like, how's that? Like, you already know you're uncomfortable around this guy.
Yeah.
But just because you so want to get your Instagram,
you so want to get
your content, you would jump on a plane, and go somewhere with a person you really don't even.
No, for sure.
And then be there like, why would you think I want to sleep with you? Like, what are you talking about?
I definitely did that once or twice when I was younger, because I was like, I want to go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like I'm strong enough in what my values are and whatever that I never let it get into a weird situation where it was like, okay, someone's like pressuring me to sleep with them or whatever.
Nah, for
like,
sure.
It's like, I'm like,
but let me clear something up too. Most men in my experience, because I hear things, but in my experience, most men with money and something going for this. Let me just speak about me. I'm not getting into that. You come with me, you don't have to do nothing. Mm-hmm. Let's have a good time.
Right.
Just have a good spirit, a good energy. Whatever happens, happens. I preach free love, openness. If you don't agree to those sentiments, no problem. Just don't kill the vibe. Yeah. Because it's not necessarily the girl who shows up somewhere who don't want to do something. She's not the problem until she tries to influence other people to think the way she thinks.
Right.
It's like, if you don't want to do whatever, cool, that's on you. But don't try to get Sally, you know what I'm saying, to think the way you think. Let Sally be Sally. You know what I'm saying?
If she wants to have fun.
Yeah, if Sally want to have fun, let her run amok through this motherfucker and have a good time. Don't come trying to save nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we knew what Sally was here to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
and if it's your friends, then you know like what type of vibe
people show up. Let me tell you how crazy girls are. It'd be a girl been around being Sally. We just gonna call her Sally. It'd be a girl being around. She been Sally for 5 years, and then the new girl show up. Sally, you know you don't have to be Sally. I know at night when you sleep, this is weighing heavy on you. And I'm just here to tell you that I don't do Sally things. And like, now you're trying to change Sally's perspective in the middle of what's supposed to be like a beautiful vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've literally had that happen, and I'm just like,
let Sally be Sally. Let
Sally fucking be Sally. Don't do an intervention on my fucking time.
Exactly. That will never be me. I'm like, whoever wants to do whatever they want to do, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, But again, like we were just saying, like if my vibes are off, but I usually try to just remove myself from the situation so that I'm not bringing down Sally and I'm letting her be her.
Sure,
but
yeah.
if I'm just going to separate myself from the situation, I'm not going to make her come with me and bring her down also.
Man, you would be surprised. People be like, Sally, let's go.
We're out of here.
We're out of here. This is not the vibe. He like,
Calling
yo.
Uber right now.
Right now. Like, yo, get up out of here, y'all. Yo, crazy thing is, man, one of my homegirls, I had went to Lil Durk's concert. They gave me a bunch of backstage passes, and I took a bunch of girls with me, and whatever the night ended, one of the homegirls was with me, and two of her friends that I don't know was in the car with my homie. And the girl who was with me, her night was over with. Let's just say that. She was like, let's go to where we're going. This is the end of the night. I don't need to know whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And these girls just kept texting her and kept calling her, and she was furious, just like, why won't they just go be them? Why are they bothering me? It's like, I don't know, girls just try to like, they was trying, like, don't you know I know this girl? Like, she's not with a random nigga, first of all, but even if she was, her night was over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have left with a rapper. That's her prerogative to do so. Her night was done. The other two girls are just blowing her up. Where are you? This and that. And you know, it's just weird. They ended up spending the night at my homie house too, which is even more ironic because it's like, if y'all was so ready to leave, why didn't y'all just get in the Uber and leave, or ask him to take y'all where y'all want to go, which I'm sure he would have done with no problem. Yeah. But y'all go all the way back to the nigga house in the morning. He called me on FaceTime. Yeah, they in there cooking breakfast. How the fuck y'all go from
cooking breakfast,
blowing her up? You go from blowing her up trying to ruin my little night to cooking breakfast at a nigga house. You know what I mean? It's just like, people don't even know who they are. They just projecting. She was trying. I felt like, you know, it's like when girls get around new girls, they trying to like let me be who I think I should act like I want to be, instead of just being who you are.
Yeah.
So like all that to me just felt like you're just trying to show her something she don't even give a fuck about. Like, she don't care if y'all stay there, go home. She could care less. She literally know what she wants to do. Yeah. So it's just like, it'd be a lot of that going on too with younger girls just trying to like, I don't know, like build a narrative about just, and will like literally pressure girls into feeling a certain way about the decisions that they want to make.
Yeah. I think like at my grown age, I've realized that a lot about friendships with females. It's like, that's a very important thing, is let each girl be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, like you said, at the end of the night, if I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep right now, and my friend's like, oh, I want to go to fucking Habibi with whoever. I'm like, okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Bye,
you motherfucker. But I think my friends also have the mutual respect to where they're like, okay, see you later. Have a good night. I know that's what you like to do. This is what I like to do. And it's not like we're having a disagreement about it. It's like, we're grown. We can go do our separate ways.
It's a good teaching, because you learn to love people for who they are. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to change nobody.
Change my friends. Change guys in a relationship. It's like, they're going to have differences.
Start with your friends. Like, this is any advice I give. Start with your friends. You got friends, they live a certain way. Love them for them. If they do things you not into, but you like them being around them and they vibe and love them for them. I love you, you my homegirl, but I know my homegirl. Like, we used to have this saying back in the day. We used to say, know your brothers. So my little crew, we used to like, don't leave your girl around this nigga, because he will try to fuck your girl. But that's my man. That's what he do.
You just have to know.
You just know, like, come on, girl, we out. This nigga will do anything in his power. This the nigga who was gonna try to fuck your girl for sure. Yeah. But you know, this the homie. That's what he do.
And you can decide whether it's a deal breaker or it's not.
For sure. You could for sure make that decision. But some of that shit is like, if you stupid enough to let the nigga hit, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you now. But even with all that, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna be like, cool, no problem. That's who Sally is, and we gonna accept her for her. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn that too. Because I found myself at some point encouraging people to do certain things, and then when they actually do it, I'm like, wow, she did that. Like, why would she do that? Right? Like, but that was the younger me. The older me now is just like, cool. I get to see who you are, and I get to accept you for who you are. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we usually like start ending off the episode with like current events and stuff like that.
I could talk for hours, but go ahead.
So we have
Mills is here. Everybody say hi.
Yeah, say what's up, Mills.
We was talking about you earlier.
We was talking about you earlier. How I invented I invented the walk up, and now now somehow E Mills is credited for the walk up, and it's okay. It's okay. You know, you my brother. But anyway, go ahead.
So Cam Newton recently like stated that his definition of a bad bitch is like a woman and like based off her looks and stuff like that. So how would you describe a bad bitch? Like what makes a girl a bad bitch?
Oh yeah, she definitely gotta have that look for sure. Mm-hmm. But I think that she gotta know how to get to the chicken on her own too. Okay. To me, that's what make you bad. Like you come in, you like, nah, I don't need you to do nothing for me. I want you to do something for me. You know, I had this conversation recently. I was saying like, people was like, well, you know, I'll comment on Shade Room about certain things. So you want a woman to want you for your money? No, but I don't want a woman who don't care if I have it or not. Yeah. Because if you don't care, like I don't care, but he has, that means you don't care about too many things that I might care about. Like you can't just not care like the status of a 34-year-old man. Yeah. And you just into him because he's cute or something. No, nigga, I want you to care so much about my financial stability and ability to take care of my family that you coming to the table with ideas, you trying to start businesses with niggas, you like, no, baby, this is how we can make some more money. Right. Because I need you to make all the money. Like my wife, that's a bad bitch to me who coming with that type of energy because these girls be trying to like get with the rich nigga, and then once they get him, they like, I don't care if he have the money or not. Like, shorty, because you with the rich nigga. But let you be running around this motherfucker with a broke nigga. And that's what it was. It was Lil Baby's baby mom was saying something about when a woman got her own, she don't care whether a man has it. I'm like, that's cap. Like, I don't know no girl with money who want to be with a nigga without it.
Right. Yeah, don't you want to build a future with someone, you know what I'm saying? And I think if at this point in life, I'm dating someone, it's going to be someone that I could see myself, being a life partner with. And it's like, I'm not saying I want someone that's financially successful because I want to take their money. I'm saying I want someone that's financially successful because I know their head's in the right place and we can build.
Nah, for sure. I mean, just the idea of like a person with something is just in their mind to be, when you meet a nigga, this nigga playing video games all day. Right? Like, cause you could meet a nigga with nothing, cause there was points in my life where I didn't have much. But I wasn't twiddling my fucking thumbs. I'm getting to I'm trying to figure it out. So I mean, at 10 years ago, when I was figuring it out, a woman could have caught me and she'd be the happiest woman on earth right now. You know what I mean? Cause I have all the money and nothing to do with it most of the time, to be honest. So it's like,
ladies,
nah, I don't want nobody. Trust me, I can find my own. Whatever trust me, I'm gonna find what I want. But it's just like, I definitely been thinking about these things and conceptualizing them. And what I do know is this: I don't want a woman who is fine with me being broke. Nah, I get that. I'm straight.
Yeah, and I feel like it makes relationships more genuine when you both have it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I feel like it's genuine love because you don't need that person. You want them.
For sure. I want a woman who just want me, don't need me, ain't trying to figure out how to fandangle and how to get a bag or something. Don't figure me out because you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Let's just figure out how to, because I might meet somebody who got like the qualities to be a boss. And if I'm in a position to help you become one, let's go get it.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. All right. We finna do this quick game real quick. So it's like name the song. We finna play the song. You have to just say the name of it. Okay. Can I have you put it on there? Is that possible?
All right, let's get it.
Will we be able to hear it through the thing?
I think so.
I can just put it on here.
Yeah, I can. All right.
Now y'all asking niggas some juicy questions, or y'all just big?
They ain't really asked me nothing juicy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mills, you can
ask some good shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot of stories to tell.
I'm fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're not. No.
They talking about surface level shit.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? They talking about. So,
I mean, shit. Sincere, if you want to get messy with it, you can say whatever.
Of women he took down.
Nah.
Whoa.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? We can't discuss. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At the beginning, he's like, can we go over the questions? I'm
exactly. So we were trying to.
So I'm like, I don't know. I was like, maybe he doesn't want us to dive in deep.
We ain't gonna do it like that.
Exactly.
It's positivity on the show.
Okay.
I give you the top 5, not top 10. No, the bottom 5. No.
Okay, we're about to play 3 songs. You just say the name
Let's
of
get
them.
It.
Okay. I hope it's not a motherfucking ad.
I'm nervous for you.
Look, I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings. But
Does he have a certain amount of time to figure it out?
Should we give him like 30 seconds? 45?
20?
Just
20? Okay. We
feeling
finished.
that guy.
How many?
Like something's
30
about to
seconds.
happen.
I don't know.
Now you feel like the actual song hasn't started yet. Hold on.
Big trouble, and if he is bananas, as you say, I'm not taking any chances. You're just one of the I'm beginning to feel like a rap guy.
Oh, I mean, that's Eminem Rap God.
I was like, yo, this is why. It literally
the title of the song.
Bro, I'm crying.
Okay, that was practice.
Okay.
He instantly comes in, I'm feeling like a rap God. What song is this? I don't know. It's
Okay, wait. We finna just
I don't know
do a
what
hard
it is.
one.
Let me switch the genre real quick.
R&B
bro. My
God.
bad,
It's
my
R&B.
bad, my bad.
You did do something hard.
Nah,
This one is hella random. I don't know. Put this on here.
all right, let's get it.
Okay. Hold on. Listen to this again.
The Weeknd, one of the songs I never listened to.
That was
That was a
ad.
commercial.
Oh,
I know. I was like, what?
sorry, Weeknd. Your songs sound like ads from YouTube videos.
Yes, they really do.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking weak. Okay. All right.
Natasha Bedingfield.
So close. You're in the right direction.
Fucking Nora Jones. I know the song. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Natasha Bedingfield was probably the closest you could have gotten. That was very, very close. It's Sarah Bareilles' love song.
Cool. Yeah, her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one.
Her. The end of the love movie music.
Yes.
You know,
I missed that time period. Natasha Bedingfield.
she was around. What was
She
that
was,
lady
she
had
was
that?
out in the streets.
That I'm gonna soak up the sun, tell everyone
I got a
to
pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that.
But I'm saying they like all the same girl to me. Like that song, and that song is like all
he
the
said they
same.
all the same girl.
This one you only get 10
actually,
seconds.
should I do this one too?
Yeah,
Okay, bet.
this one's too easy.
Let's see. And what do I win if I?
A high five.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, that's Frank Ocean.
What's the title? 5
She's a
seconds.
model brown with a Hollywood sound.
I forgot you could sing. I was like, that was looking good.
Orange potato. I don't fucking know. It's,
4.
you know what I'm saying? Orange something. I
Think
don't.
about it. Think about the words.
I'm gonna let him start.
I don't know the name of it.
What's the hook? What's the?
What
What is he talking about?
Novocaine.
Yeah.
Okay, period.
That's it.
On
that's
that note, we gonna end off this episode, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being on it. We appreciate your presence.
For sure.
And all that. Make sure you guys turn on the post notifications so you don't miss an episode. We're about to come with bangers this whole week. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. You have anything to say? Anything to
Thank
end
you
it
for
off with?
being here. Our Pisces
For sure.
King Sincere Show.
Came through. Follow me. Sincere Show on every platform.
Yes,
We're doing
sir.
some big things this year. I got a lot of shit coming up. So
You can you speak on anything you got coming up?
yeah, I mean, obviously y'all know I own restaurants and shit, and
Oh yeah.
got certain businesses that I'm doing, but I'm really about to like get back into this party scene heavy. I took a little time off. I let niggas eat beef,
I was about to say,
you know.
yeah.
But it's some new clubs opening up, and I must be the first, right? And we gotta bring that vibe back to Hollywood, cause this shit is weak, B. Your parties is whack. Your shit is repetitive. Same women, same niggas.
Yeah, it is the same motherfuckers outside.
You don't have nothing new. You haven't invented anything. It's watered down. You're not as cool as you think you are. It's actually back to where it was before I took over the city.
Oh, word.
We need you.
Yeah, I know. We take your crown back.
Welcome to the show.
All right, y'all. We finna end off the episode right there. I'm gonna tap out. Nice seeing y'all.